this morning I've decided that we're gonna have taquitos for like lunch, dinner this afternoon. And I wanted to bring back some memories for us and a really great recipe from a taco stand in the middle of downtown Los Angeles called Cielito Lindo. And we went there, Chris brought me there probably the first year we were married, and I'd had taquitos before, but the avocado sauce, the avocado salsa, was just so delicious that it's so craveable that I tried to learn how to make it. Okay, so what I have here is the basic recipe. It calls for 13 medium-sized tomatillos. These were like big and little, so these are all about medium size, okay? 2.5 cups of cilantro, roughly chopped. And then they asked for chile guero. We don't have that here in Georgia. So it's like a light green chili and it has a medium heat. So what I'm done is like I've sliced up a bell pepper and have some chili serrano. And then 4 cloves of garlic. And then 2 medium avocados. Okay, so what you do is you come and you get 1.5 quarts of water to boiling. It's not boiling yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and add, oops. You want to bring all of these ingredients to a boil. So you're just going to bring them all. Oh, goodness. Might not have enough room for everything.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm just going to take some of this water out. Add it back in if I need it. Okay. Chiles.
Well, bell peppers.
Well, I know. Serrano, garlic cloves. Oh, the cilantro. Oof. Need a bigger pot.
Yeah.
Yep. So you might see me switch pots. It's possible. And then I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to add the avocado. So let me find a bigger pot and start over. Okay. So I had to switch to a stock pot. I thought that other one was big enough. So here we are. Now we're going to add the avocado. And this is the one only time for my palate that I would ever eat hot avocado.
For sure.
I hate hot avocado. This doesn't have salt in it, so we're going to salt this after we blend it. So like when you boil salt, sometimes things can get oversalted, and the recipe definitely asks for the salt to come last. So we're going to go ahead and bring this to a boil, and once it comes to a boil, we're going to boil it for 5 to 10 minutes till everything gets soft. The next important part of taquitos is the filling. And this is kind of where, of course, we're always going to depart from the original recipe. It calls for 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of chuck, and they want you to boil it with bay leaves and then shred it. We're not going to do that. I have here a little bit of onion, some of that smoked bacon from Chris's brisket the other day. Hopefully, if you want to learn how to make a brisket with smoked bacon on top, you should go look up, what was the name of the video again?
Oh, just bacon covered
bacon wrapped brisket.
Yeah.
Okay, from our channel. And then we got a pound of ground beef, and this is probably about a quarter of a pound of chorizo. I'm gonna fry this all together, and then I'm gonna taste it for seasoning. I'm not putting any other seasoning in except for the chorizo because it's really well flavored. And to be honest, the filling in the taquitos in Los Angeles, the Cielito Lindo, it's very, very mild flavored. And so, like, I don't want to, get too carried away because I can definitely get carried away. So it's been 5 minutes and everything's pretty well softened. So what you want to do is you want to strain the ingredients into a blender and reserve the cooking water. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull all this out. Looks terrible, but trust me, you're going to want to make this. A lot of stuff in here. There goes the hot avocado. Blech.
Doesn't sound good right now.
No,
the end product is amazing.
And I just want to point out, I forgot to put my hair up in the last scene.
Yeah.
I got so excited I wanted to show you all this that I forgot to put my hair up. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And then I'm going to bring over the pot. I'm just going to put it here on this coaster. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to gradually add water. Before I do that though, I'm going to put about a generous teaspoon, like a heaping teaspoon of salt in this. I'm acting dangerously here. Yeah, so that's a heaping teaspoon of salt. And then take this and gently as I can pour a little bit in. Not all of it, because you kind of want to monitor the consistency of your sauce. So I'd say that's about a cup, 2 cups of water. That may be all we need. Okay, so give it a good grind. Okay, we're going to see what that does. Looks really good. So I'm going to check the consistency. That's exactly right. So you don't want it thick like guacamole. And you don't want it thin like it's you could drink it. This is the perfect consistency here. They probably have it actually a little thinner, but we don't like it that way. So here we go. Let's give it a taste. Perfect consistency, perfect color.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Doesn't need anything else, I don't think. Let me film you.
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Why does it turn out? It's
so good.
so freaking good.
Okay.
All right,
so,
take the spoon away. I will drink that.
I know. You're going to want to take a bath in it, and then you're going to drink the bath water. It's just that good. Like it'll blow you away.
Yeah.
And so if you don't make the taquitos, which you should definitely make this for any chips and salsa you ever. Yeah, this is the one, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in a container and let it come down to room temperature, and continue on with the taquitos. You can see our mixture is really well cooked. I'm gonna drain this on some paper towel But just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how I figure out how many tortillas I need, which will be the next step. Okay, so this is our tortilla we're not going to use, right? So I'm going to add looks like it's going to be about 2 tablespoons of filling, maybe a little more. You don't want to fill them too full, but it looks like it's going to be that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure when I drain it, for example. I'm not going to do it on camera because I'll lose count. I'm going to dip these out by tablespoonfuls and count how many I have, and then that's how I know how many tortillas I'm going to use. This is something that I do for the tortillas because I have a gas stove. If you don't have a gas stove, I would recommend getting out a cast iron skillet, kind of like this, though clean, and it has to be dry, and warm it up to medium high heat and toast them on both sides, okay? And then what you're going to do when you're done toasting them, you're going to put them here in a container that has a cloth or a dish towel, because what you want to do is every time you toast one, you want to wrap it here and keep it warm for the next step. They have to be warm for the next step. So here we go. Oh, and I came to about 12 to 14 servings of tacos. So I'm toasting 14 just to see, just in case I have too much filling or too little filling. So here we go. And put them right on the burner. I just let them sit there. It's probably take a minute or two. See, look, there you go.
Are you looking for anything?
Let's see the spots. It looks like those spots right there.
Yeah.
That tells me it's been toasting. You don't want to do too much because you don't want to burn them. And you do that. What was that, like a minute, 30 seconds?
Yeah, not long.
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure there's at least a hard surface on each side, so the tortilla will hold together while I roll it. They're called El Milagro, founded in 1950 by Raul Lopez. Can't tell where they're from.
They're from Delicious.
Dorable, Georgia.
Okay.
Great community up there.
I think they're also from Delicious Town.
They're Delicious Town. We are ready to roll our taquitos. And what I have here are the tortillas, the room temperature drained meat. And then what I've made here is a little paste of flour and water with which to stick the taquitos together. So we're going to start here. I have a tortilla out. I'm going to put some filling in. Kind of like that. Put it down like in the lower third of the tortilla. And then you take some, it's pretty gross, but take some of this on your finger. Get it pretty close to near half of the tortilla. And then you pull in the filling. And you roll it as tight as you can. And then you make sure it ends up on that seam, and then you lay it on the seam here. Okay, let's do it again.
This seems like something you should employ your family members.
Oh yeah, you should have a taquito rolling party.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, and then a little bit of this. I'm not little. Be generous with the paste because you want to make sure they stick together. And roll it up like that. And then make sure you put it seam side down so it has a chance to get itself together before you fry it. Try to not let anything get in the way of that seam.
In terms of the beef.
Yeah. There. Go as fast as you can so the tortilla doesn't fall apart. We're ready to fry the taquitos. Turns out we got 17. So I may have probably undermeasured or overestimated the amount of meat would be in each taquito. Because basically, for this size of tortilla, which is about an 8-inch tortilla, 6-inch tortilla, it's about a scant 2 tablespoons of filling. And the reason why you don't want to overfill it is because, as you'll see, possibly some of this meat might fall out. And the other thing I wanted to add is that if you just make the paste that I sealed the taquitos with just cornstarch and water, this is a perfect gluten-free, delicious meal. And the other thing, it also can go vegetarian. They make vegan chorizo and they make, impossible meat. I would say with a little bit of onion, you could duplicate this and make it vegan if you're interested. It's delicious in any genre. So let's try. So as you can see, the taquitos have stuck together, right? And this is a combination. Oh, okay. Not as hot as I need it, but getting there. Okay, that's it. It's a combination of avocado oil and light olive oil, and that's about 3/4 of an inch of oil in it. And this is something you don't want to leave. You want to gently put each one in. You see, like it's wanting to fight you. I think I'm going to do 5 because it looks like the oil is, doing good. You want to see these bubbles consistently. Ow. Last one. There we go. I'm going to turn it. You know it's time to turn because this side is real crisp, like real stiff. You want to make sure that the bubbles are consistent. Frying is not as easy as it seems. For me, anyway. Ow. I might turn these back over. There we go. Looking good so far. They're basically cooked. So one thing I want to point out is that, can you see where this meat's coming out? And it's frying. That's why you don't want to overfill them. It's a temptation, Look at it this way. If you underfill them, you get to eat more taquitos. It's a win-win. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move it to not this pan. I should move it to this pan, but I'm moving to this pan because I'm going to put it in my convection toaster oven. Ow. Convection toaster oven to keep warm, because we have another video coming after this. Oh, that one wanted to come apart. As you can see, My air fryer is set to 160. This is a convection oven air fryer. And I'm keeping the taquitos in here warm. This is the last batch we had. Other thing I want to suggest, I'm a home cook. I cook all the time. I've been in a professional kitchen before. These things are going to want to spit at you. And they sell little like deep frying screens that will help you protect yourself against the spitting. But the reason why they spit is because you've got fresh ingredients inside. So I just want to tell you that that's a thing that you could get. A little screen to put over the top of your frying pan to keep getting stung. Keep from getting stung by your taquitos. There you go. Put it back in the oven. And they'll keep warm. Do you want to try this one?
I cannot wait
Okay.
to try
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Like, this looks so good.
So this is avocado sauce with crema.
And again, I guess just in review, like, I'm sure my wife said this, but this is like a homemade version of what we miss from California.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's basically a taquito in general, but specifically this sauce is so reminiscent of Cielito.
Yeah, we wouldn't make taquitos, to be honest, without the avocado sauce.
Yeah.
So let's give it a taste. Oh goodness.
Mm. Oh my God.
Mmm. Keep in mind, on the street, you're supposed to eat these with your fingers. And so...
Yeah, I mean, with that in mind,
You're going to
I'll
eat
eat
these?
the other half
Okay.
of my
Okay.
Even though I honestly was the one that insisted on the knife and fork.
Yeah. Honestly, y'all, if you don't want to go through the faff of making taquitos, you could get store-bought, but make this sauce. Make this sauce.
No.
Do yourself a favor.
No. Here's the thing. The two things. Those first, the way that the store-bought tortillas came out was
So good.
so good. Yep. We've tried to make homemade tortillas and they didn't
Oh,
quite pan out like
we
that.
still might for y'all. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we will.
possible.
But those came out so well. The other thing is, like, these homemade versions of taquitos, I'm not gonna say they're, well, I am. I'm gonna kind of say they're a little bit better in some ways because when you go to Cielito, a lot of the taquitos that you'll buy in the store or that you'll buy in like restaurants, they're not packed very much.
Well, and
These have so much meat.
And this is not to diss Cielito Lindo because
it's not to diss
they
that,
make
no.
they make their own tortillas, they make their own filling, and they fry their own taquitos. They
They're
do.
amazing.
They're amazing. And if you're down by Union Station in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
do yourself a favor, go up and down that street, but stop at Cielito Lindo.
Yeah, for sure. Overall, I think these are stellar. Just fantastic. Honestly.
I'm not taking credit. This is not my recipe.
No, but oh my God.
But
so worth.
it's a good recreation, I think.
Oh my
I
God.
think.
Yeah.